right, everyone. Got a great match in line here for you. Phil Taranjo versus Brady Gullin, races 8-6, or 6-8, I guess, however you want to look at it. Phil won the first leg and broke first. Let's see, 3, 7, 8, 9. Looks like he got one ball off the break. 4 balls missing. So made the 4 ball somewhere. I missed it as I was getting set up here. Needed to be a little quicker on the draw, but he's got a nice opener on the 1 ball. Everything is pretty wide open. Going to be a great match. Phil from the Edmonton area has traveled to quite a few of our tournaments here. I didn't notice, but I'm assuming he's on the list to play for the Barry Hui Memorial in a few weeks. $10,000 added to that event, so it wouldn't surprise me if he isn't on the list. Or it would surprise me if he wasn't on the list. Just getting both of my chats up here. So I am following the chats on YouTube and on Facebook also. If you guys could help us out and share the stream for us, that would be much appreciated. As you can see, this is going to be a great match. Uh-oh, ran into some traffic there. I was wondering how he was going to get to the top of that 7. I think he needed to check it with some inside off that bottom rail or go a little bit wider and just take the angle on that 7 ball. A little bit of a tougher shot here, but the bank is makeable. Just a little bit of a lesser percentage on that bank. So I don't know, maybe he's not feeling as confident on this 7. Maybe he's thinking more of a safety instead. I mean, he could choose to do that and just leave the distance, put the 7 closer to the top rail and cue ball on the bottom rail. Or just go balls to the wall and make this bank shot. Oh, he opted to go the other way, which is it okay? Not sure. He got a fair bit of distance, but it looks like Brady is able to make the 7. He can just see enough, it looks like. I was questioning if he could get by the 9. He actually undercut it. He got too much of that 7 ball. Comes out on the better side of that 7 leave, though. Not an easy shot here. Phil is going to opt to just tick the 7. And he was just a little heavy on the weight. Cue ball leaks out, and Brady can see the 7. Nice little punch shot by Brady there. Nice natural angle for shape on the 10. And Brady is going to strike first on this board. Obviously, Brady would like to beat that spot right off the break, out of the gates. A 2-game difference in the handicap. This is the Fargo fair match. It's a medium race. So depending on the player's Fargo, there's a low, medium, and high option in Fargo. This is the medium option. At the beginning, there was some definitely some big swings. Some of the lower end players, I've seen some of the races go like a 3 to 12, and the favored player still comes out on top of a couple of those. But definitely puts the heat on the better player. That is for sure. But gives the lower end player a good chance of getting in the money or finishing later on in the tournament. So a great event that includes everyone. Good break for Brady. Makes 2 balls off the break. A little bit of a long, steep cut on this 1 ball for an opener. Nails it. Is he going to get the window? Comes out just enough. Great stroke by Brady. Great spin off that side rail with just enough speed for a nice shot on the 3. I do love watching Brady play. He always ends up with the right angles, gives himself natural shape to the next ball. See what he does for the 6 to the 7. Oh, that was an uncharacteristic miss by Brady. Is it me? Might have been me on that one. Looks like Phil's calling a safety on this 5. I saw him with the wave of the hand. Nice little crafty safety. Brady acknowledges a nice shot too. Nice little tap on the table. It's always nice to see when players acknowledge a nice shot. Phil's looking to punish Brady on that miss. Missed a fairly textbook shot, and he's going to make Brady pay for it here Left him pretty close to that 6 ball. Good contact. What a great shot by Brady. Phil does the same. Nice tap on the table. I love seeing that. These guys know and respect each other enough to acknowledge a great shot. Sorry for the jiggly camera there, guys. We've got the camera set up on a table with a big sign that says, hey, don't be around this table. Yet, you know, some pool players just, I don't know, they don't read. They don't know how to read. So I apologize. If it gets too bad, I'll go out there and yell at them. But there's a lot of traffic in this place today. Tournament still going on, plus there's lots of action and some cheap sets happening on the 7-foots, people practicing, regular walk-ins. This place is buzzing. Brady had just enough of that 5 ball. The one thing I notice about these players, they're so experienced and so seasoned, and their mental game is so strong. You don't see them get a whole, you don't get to see a whole lot of frustration in their demeanor a lot of the times, even when they end up, you know, missing a ball or misshaping a ball. Their composure is just so good. You know that Brady didn't mean to bump into that 8 ball. You know that he was hoping to come around it. But, you know, sometimes you just got to take what the table gives you. The ball is still makeable. You just got to go to plan B. Very rare do you guys see these guys show a whole lot of emotion at the table. I am following along on both chats, you guys, so if you have any questions, any comments, would love to see them. Following along on Facebook and on YouTube also. So thus far it is 2-0 for Brady Gollin over Phil Taranjo. And the race is 8-6. Brady thus far has already covered the spot, so now it's an even race to 6. Phil definitely wants to close the gap a little here. And he might get the opportunity off this dry break. Doesn't have a great opener, but I feel like there might be a good little safety tick. Maybe if you could just hide the cue ball behind the 8. Just a little tick. We'll see what he does here. Okay, he ended up going the other way, which is okay also. I think Brady might see the edge of that 1 ball. This view here doesn't give a clear view either. He might have to go rail first. Looks like he's going rail first. Maybe a slight swerve. Uh-oh. In the drink. In the drink. So good news, bad news for Phil. He's going to get ball in hand on this 1 ball, but now the 4 ball is a little tied up. 2 ball could be a little tricky to get on. With ball in hand, he can open up this 4 ball here, but then got to be cognizant on where you're ending up for the 2 ball. He could take the steep angle cut. Could just play the safety. That was a nice little shot there. I think the object was he wanted to get in behind the 4 ball a little bit, but this is still effective. I don't know if Brady has enough to get to that right side rail to kick at the 1, but I mean, either way, it's a little risky being so close to that corner pocket. What a great hit. That was a good hit. So same ball of wax though, that 4 ball is still tied up. I don't believe it goes through the 7-9 window. You can leave the cue ball on that left side rail for the 2, but then 2 and the 3, but then what do you do with the 4? Maybe that 4 ball is an opportunity to play a safety. Play the safety now. Didn't leave the cue ball where he wanted. Same for Brady. 1 ball just leaked out a little bit too far. Wanted to be behind the 4-7, 9-4-7 there. I think Phil's calling the side pocket. Does he see enough to get it to the side? Nice little tick. Good little tickety-boo, and looks like Brady is hooked by a full 6 ball. I get to have some company and not talk to myself. Looks like Peter has done his match, so I get some company. It's a little tough talking to yourself the whole time.
What? It's so much fun.
I know, right?
Yeah, no,
people get tired of hearing me.
Yeah, I get tired of hearing myself too.
Good hit on the 1.
Great hit on the 1.
And a little game of hide and seek, which I think was the whole goal.
Yeah, Phil, I actually just finished the match with Phil.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he is so good.
He is good.
I mean, his last name says enough, but
yeah, if you don't recognize the name, Phil is very well known throughout Alberta,
hit.
BC.
Look at that, just
skinned
look at those eyes. Like, that's
Skinned it.
too good. Yeah, he did a few shots, and by a few dozen shots like that against me. He had me on 8 separate 3 fouls, and I got out of all of them.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
He just kept going for it, and I was like, stop, please. Let me shoot.
Well, you know what? Honestly, you gotta chuck those up as wins, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's great experience. Great experience. And playing against these guys that has, so much experience and knowledge at the table is, even though you're losing, you're still winning.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Foul there. I didn't quite see what actually happened.
I think he
Oh,
hit
that
the
was
9
weird.
ball first.
Yeah. But there's a class act guy to call himself on anything.
Oh,
It's,
no rail after contact.
No rail, that's what it was?
So
Okay.
yeah, I just caught it here on the YouTube.
On the
It's
YouTube,
got
yeah.
the YouTube's got a little bit of a bigger delay. So he did hit the 1 first, but it looks like the 1 ball was frozen to the rail,
Oh, that's
and
why.
then he hit the 9 and no rail after.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Did I miss marking a game?
2-0?
Is it 3-0? Might have to double check that.
Yeah, I'll go check. I'll mute my mic. Two one.
2-1.
Yeah.
Did miss marking a game. Sorry, guys. I was sleeping at the wheel.
How dare you?
How dare I? Sleeping at the wheel.
I don't blame you. it gets like that.
Sometimes.
Speaking of sleeping at the wheel, where's the guy who's going to be here all day?
He ended up having to wait for somebody to come by the house. That's why I came a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay.
And then that kind of got
Actually, this one-
kiboshed because of rain and being able to find guys and the crew and whatever. So he said I told him I have to leave by around 5 or just shortly after.
okay.
So he'll be here around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
He's not sleeping on us then.
No, and he knows it's going to be a late night, so
Yeah.
that's fine. It's fine. Phil's on the 2 ball here, it looks like.
It's called top right. He did that against me too. He called the absolute most random pockets and then picked that stuff, and I'm just like,
Well,
oh, okay,
I mean, you gotta call the shot that is most likely,
yeah.
right? So, I mean, he's just getting down on the ball, seeing if he can hit to his right-hand side of that 2 ball, cut it over enough for it to go to the top right. I mean, if you're gonna call something, you gotta call something that's at least possible, right?
Wow.
Airballed it.
Wow. Didn't even know he could do that after the match I just had.
They are human, you know.
Are you sure? Made some proof.
Yeah. No, Phil is very well known between, in Canada for one, but very well known between Alberta and BC. His brother Stan, who most of us know, plays and travels a ton to these tournaments and gets very, very deep. So their name is very well known in Western Canada for sure. And Western states. I guess they do travel to the states as well.
Yeah, but I mean, playing
The West
a guy
Coast.
like Brady Golan as well. I mean,
Yep.
everyone knows Brady as well.
I've been saying on like pretty much all the streams, like we're just so lucky to have such a strong
Oh yeah.
pool community here in Alberta. Like, can't escape it. There's even when you lose, you're winning, just based on learning
That's kind of
scenarios.
what I said earlier. I was like, well, if I win this match, I got to play a legend. And
Yeah.
I'm playing one right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both amazing players.
And both these guys, this is a B-side match, so
Someone's
you
done.
know, I mean, it is possible with the handicap races. These guys are beatable.
Ooh.
To be fair,
And,
I don't really like your chances on a straight-up race, but
No. If there's a race I'm gonna win, it's the handicap one. It's the only time I'm gonna actually.
well, you got to
get
take
it
full
done.
advantage, right?
Oh yeah.
But like we just saw, I mean, these guys are human. They are beatable for
Oh, yeah.
sure. They do miss.
Well, they're both on the B side for a reason, right?
It's true. It's true. Yeah, Martin took Brady and put him on the B side early this morning, very first match.
Yeah,
the morning.
6-2 or something.
6-2,
really,
Martin beat
really
the
did some
spot.
stuff.
Yeah, he did really well, and he shot so great. I was really proud of him. He's been working so hard at his game. He's hitting balls almost every day and puts the time in, and it's showing in his game.
That's foul too.
That is number 2, I believe.
Absolutely. Phil is really quick on calling himself on it too. I tried a few 3 fouls against him.
Yeah,
It was sad.
I mean, I wouldn't blame Brady for taking the 3 foul, but I would be surprised if he didn't just go for this run.
No, yeah.
Nothing's tied up.
I would be shocked if Brady considered the 3 foul. There's nothing to play the 3 foul
Yeah.
on. Yeah, I mean, you have to move the cue ball absolutely perfect to go for something.
Used a little body English there. Brady might be struggling a little bit with his shape a little today. I know that he missed a couple. He's missed a few uncharacteristic shots today, just trying to cheat the pocket and, you know, things like that.
Like, where's it going? Okay, he's all right. A little close, though.
As great as they are, these guys can't play perfect all the time. They're going to have their good days and bad days, so. But these guys can grind their way out of it and
Oh, yeah.
work their way out of it more than
Boy,
most.
it's crazy some of the shots that they make when they're in a situation where you're like, I
Yeah.
might have a chance here. And then they pot a ball on the wrong side of the ball, come 3 rails on the opposite side that it goes, and you're like, that defies
Totally.
physics.
I was just saying earlier, too, about
Ooh. I have seen Brady miss quite a few of those today. I watched the stream earlier that you
Yeah.
were commentating. He missed quite a few of those long draws.
like I said, I mean they're human, right? They still
yeah.
miss balls, right? But what impresses me so much about these guys is that their mental game and their composure when they miss, fairly textbook shots. They don't get overly worked up about it, even if they miss shape and end up, misshaping a ball and having to take a tougher shot. They don't show it hardly ever on the stream.
Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball?
He's close to the work.
Wow.
Close to the work, and you know that he's yelling at himself in his head, but you don't
100%.
see it
No.
on the stream.
You know that he's saying something to himself because, he's out all day long. Brady misses an 8 ball over a pocket, 3 balls on the table. It's a 3 ball out. I mean, he was in perfect position to deal with that.
Yeah, this is
rough.
tough. Let's see if we can have a look at this view here. It is super tough.
He played a couple of these against me where he got stuck. He just pushed the ball on the rail. Yeah, just like so. That's all you really can do.
Yep. I mean, that's definitely a higher percentage. You weigh out your options.
Oh, yeah.
You either go for that shot and just go for the win with a very low percentage of making it, like very low. Or you play the safety and hope that, because you're, especially in this situation where Brady's struggling maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, nobody at the higher level will go for this shot. Like, why would you? You know what I mean? You got to look for the safe here, or unless Brady's really feeling something.
Well, and like I said, I mean, Phil knows that, Brady's missed a couple of routine balls, so it's probably in his head a little bit. If Brady was feeling confident and making everything, he might just try to run this ball down to the top pocket, right? But
this is actually a shot. This is the exact hook that he did against, or a safe that he did against me, and I made this 9 in the corner. And scratched on the 10 ball.
Oh, no.
Ben happened to watch it, and he comes over, he goes, that was such a nice out. Kind of. There's a little bit of a kick and stick. Look at that.
Oh,
I don't know. Idea was there. The idea was there. tough miss.
I'm a firm believer in the mental game will separate the men from the boys.
Yeah.
Just being able to compose yourself, grind it out, even when you're not shooting the greatest. Because everybody can cut that ball to the corner. Everybody can run a ball down the rail. Everybody can
Absolutely.
bank a ball, you know? But it's the mental strength, the tournament stamina, for one.
Oh, yeah.
Plus the mental strength of being in the game. That is going to what separates the great players from the good players.
Yeah,
you know?
the stamina is one thing. It was yesterday, my last match got called at 12:45 a.m.
Yeah,
And
it's a long day.
after I finished that match, I realized that I had been in here for 19 hours. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's just, I'd hate to go to bed.
Yeah. Well,
Like
and
3 hours of sleep.
and I was saying to Larry, earlier in the day yesterday that I think that the players in our area kind of have been spoiled for the last few years because we've played the A side on the 9-foots and the B side on the 7-foots.
Yeah.
Keeps things moving fairly quickly. The weights aren't as long or whatever. But for this tournament here, everything is being played on 8-9-foots, and so the weights are longer. We're back to back in the day, 5 years ago, where we only played on one size table, right? But now the players aren't used to those long weights and the long days anymore. Whereas, back then it was just you just understood that it was going to be a long day and the matches will probably
100%.
go until 2:00 in the morning.
And like most tournaments I run are on one size table, 8-foot,
Yeah.
8 set tables.
Yeah.
And it's, I have people complain, I just had a 12-hour wait, and I'm like, stop winning. Don't win your first 2 matches.
Yeah. Well, since we've kind of discovered this format, we started this back in, I want to say 28. No, maybe it was 2018, I think, where we did A side on one side and then B side on another, so that we could utilize 16 tables. And it brings a very good concept to the game. Another hurdle, right? Because the players actually have to change disciplines from playing 9-ball or 10-ball on the 9-foot to like an 8-ball scenario on the 7-foots, or change table size, which is affects your stroke.
Oh, it affects everything. If you go
So,
from
and-
a 9-foot to a 7-foot,
Yeah,
right
and
now,
the 7-foot players are not necessarily the favorites on the 9-foots, and vice versa. The 9-foot players are not necessarily the favorites on a bar box, right?
100%.
So, another element to the game, which we've liked, and it's been able to speed up the tournaments quite a bit. But this being on one table for this tournament has kind of thrown a few players off. It's like the weights are long again, playing late into the night. Well, this is what we used to do. If you don't
Oh,
remember,
look at that shot.
that was a great little safety.
That's beautiful.
Locked in behind that 6-ball.
Yeah, and Ben DeWolf says the first Hui tournament is where it started.
Yeah, so I think that's been 4 or 5 years now. I'm not sure which this tournament coming up in 3 weeks. I said
sixth one?
4th annual, but
Well, it's on the poster
Is
that
it?
you have.
I don't.
I
Does it
believe
say?
was.
No.
Oh, it's just 6th
Oh,
annual.
6th annual.
Yeah,
Oh
6th.
God. Time has flown by.
Apparently.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe it's been 6 years.
Good hit.
That is a great
Cue
hit.
ball.
Yep.
Wow.
I think Brady's going to hit his 1-ball. He might have to go rail first. I wouldn't surprise me if he even makes it. It's a little far out of the pocket. It's not like a hanger.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like it's nothing.
Like butter.
Like it's
Like butter.
easy. Wow. That was a nice shot.
Barry had mentioned interest in doing it. Yeah, I just can't believe how fast time has flown by. I can't believe it's been 6 years. It's crazy. Good check. Hit the window for this 4-ball between the 5-7.
Just like that.
Easy.
Whoa.
Easy.
They seem like they're going to slow down, and then they just don't. Especially on the camera, it looks like the ball's slowing down, and then it's just gone. What can he see?
I think he's kicking at it. Oh no, he had an edge.
Ooh.
And the double kiss. Double kiss may have saved him there. A little shake of the head. He knows that that was a misstep. But not an easy one for Phil to work out. You can definitely hit this 4-ball, but he's stretching drastically to make it, I think. It's a steep cut. He's got the extension out.
Still a bit of a reach.
Yeah, I think he is.
Trying to figure out how to.
Yeah, it is a bit of a
deal with
reach, I
this.
think. He knows it's awkward.
That's the funny part about this game is that a shot like this, isn't the hardest shot to make. But when you make it awkward like this, all of a sudden the difficulty is like triple.
Yeah.
And Phil knows that. And Phil, when he don't like something, safety. That's what he does.
Yeah, I mean, a safety wouldn't surprise me here either, right?
Yeah.
Just leave the distance end to end.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna catch the right side of that ball and come a couple rails and just try to hide the cue ball. That's what he did against me. Anytime he didn't like what he had, he dealt with it.
Well, that's the key, right? Like, don't give in to too much testosterone, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta play smart.
Got to be smart about it. That's the hard part, though. That's exactly what he's doing here.
Yeah. Sometimes
so
you just gotta
good.
acknowledge those moments.
And he's so good at hitting just like barely any ball. Whenever he goes for sometimes. Ooh.
He's got the eyes of an eagle.
Should have called the 10 ball, hit a little harder. Well, he gave Brady something to shoot at. This is not what he was going for.
Yeah, definitely not.
It does go in the bottom left. I don't know if, yeah, he's going to call it.
Yeah.
Brady's pretty aggressive with most shots if it goes in a pocket. Especially if he can make something after.
Well, Brady makes these shots for breakfast, so.
Oh, yeah. But sadly, it's dinner time.
Oh, he gets fortunate, though.
Look at the
Gets fortunate. It's one of those things. You've got to be lucky to be good.
Yeah.
Good to be lucky and lucky to be good.
And after playing Phil and some of the roles he got, he can't even be upset about that.
Well, you have to have the knowledge to at
Oh,
least, play the right shot, right?
This is tough as well because of where that 6 ball is.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what he does here, could sell, really.
Kicking at it.
Kicking at it, you got the one rail choice, and you hit it, you leave it open, you miss it. This is the last guy I want to give a ball in hand to ever.
Yeah.
But he's had a few hiccups, so you just never know. Plus with the aggressive spot. I mean, you got Phil, who's an amazing player, still a 3-game spot.
Brady had him out of the gate. It was 2-0, so
Yeah.
he had covered that spot right out of the gate, but
Yeah.
Phil has grinded his way back.
That feels like you're not taking it away from us. And that's the tough part whenever you're playing somebody's spot. If they get some early games, the pressure hits immediately. It's nice to see on a Sunday this pool room is completely packed.
It is
There's
packed.
One table out there that's being.
These tournaments are great for the venue.
Oh, they're amazing. Did he call anything?
I think he called the bottom left.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he can call. Does he hit it? He hits it good. Well, really, if Brady takes that into the side, he's going to get natural shape on that 5-ball. And then it's really, there's no real issues here. Every ball kind of leads to another. Nothing hard to get to.
D on YouTube is asking, what's the story behind the name of the match? So the name of the match is Fargo Fair Match. So according to the Fargo rate of each player, they plug that into the Fargo app. And the match is the medium race, and that is the handicap. So according to the Fargo of these two players, plugged into the Fargo rate app, there's a low, medium, high option. You know, the low would favor the lower end player a little bit. Medium match, and then high would favor the top end player. So they're going by the medium option.
So I looked away for just a second. What happened? Brady was at the table. He had a shot
Brady
to the
was
side
at the table. Oh, yeah.
because he had
Missed
a shot.
the 5?
Yeah, he must have missed the 5 and left.
I took my eyes off the screen, too.
Yeah. Because, that was a good shot. I mean, Phil hit the ball, but kind of sold out a little bit. Left Brady an easy safety and or pot in the side. I wonder if he maybe rattled it. Because Phil was quick to be on that, he was quick to be on the next ball. Like it was nothing. See if we can get out here. Really, it's a 7 ball.
Oh, he tried to give it a little body English. He knows he misstroked that.
Oh, yeah. Where was that guy?
So yeah, anyways, the Fargo app has something called a fair match, and it's just you plug in the players' handicaps, and that's what's supposed to give you the fair handicaps for the match. So hence the name of this event, Fargo Fair Match 2024. So your races will fluctuate depending on who your opponent is every match. Well, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
But
no.
I like Brady to get out there.
Oh, okay, I see. Brady hit the horn.
Brady hit the point
That's why I said horn.
on the side and cross. Cornered the 4 with perfect shape for the 5. I gotcha. Thanks, Rich. I knew somebody was watching.
Yeah.
I had a little gremlin coming in and out of the room here, so Peter and I took our eyes off the screen temporarily.
Yes, but at least he's your problem. Nah, he's a good kid. Loves pool.
They do love pool, both of them. The big one should be heading his way, making his way in here pretty quick too. I think he starts work at 6.
The big one.
The big one. The big one.
Brady to break. I love Brady's break. It's such an awesome break.
He's had a couple of dry ones.
Oh, really?
Had a couple of dry ones. We'll see if he can make it here. Hit it square. Did he make a ball? I don't think he made a ball.
Wow.
2, 4, 5. No, another dry one. He might be hitting him a little hard. Richard says he didn't think of the language he used. You know what? That is so very American.
Yes. That is extremely American.
Yeah.
I do hear that here and there, but I just laugh.
Yeah,
when people say it.
rarely,
I'm like,
rarely.
That's not
We
what
call
he
it the
is.
point here or the horn,
The horn.
but is very commonly known as in U.S.
Yes.
in America.
America.
Maybe you've been spending too much time in America, Rich.
Don't be too big, 3-ball.
It is a big 3-ball. I'm
I think
surprised.
the plan here was the 3-ball combo on the 10-ball.
You think?
He went for 4 or 5 early 10s against me.
Oh, maybe.
He's
That is
quite
possible.
good at combos.
That
See
is
if he
possible.
swings at this or if he just knocks it out. Oh. Too many Vegas trips. Well, that's a good time too.
Always a good time in Vegas.
Yeah, I got my first trip coming up soon.
Ooh.
Yeah, my whole team's going, every one of us.
Which event?
Westgate at Viognier.
Oh, Viognier, so in May.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that looks delicious.
I know, and smells. why can I smell it?
There's a table right outside our booth, and outside the window, these guys just ordered like chicken fingers and fries with all the sauces and a massive plate of nachos.
He was like, what
with
the heck?
all the cheeses on it.
I know, and we're just in here
Massive.
like, yay.
Massive plate of nachos.
Let's see what he does here. Just letting somebody break behind him.
I mean,
Jump
I guess the 2-ball goes by the 7-10. It wouldn't have surprised me, I guess, as much if he tried that triple combo, but
It's not if he could see the 2-ball, I think it's a good call to kind of swing at that, because it's really, is it a hard combo is the question. It's really not that far away. The angle we're looking at does not look wired whatsoever.
yeah, I definitely don't think it's wired, but I mean, obviously if he hits that 7
It's sometimes
square,
whenever you're swinging at a
chances
jump
are
like
good.
this, yeah. Is he gonna get safe?
corner.
Oh wow. He'll be shooting
Yep.
again.
Bad news, good news.
Do it again.
Did he call that?
No, I think Brady instantly probably said, "Go ahead," as it was going down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because
That makes sense.
We would have. That would have shocked me if that was the call.
Totally.
Like if that was a call, okay, we're
Totally. I don't know. I just had a brain bubble, and it didn't even occur to me that Brady just said,
done.
"Go
Nothing,
ahead."
I see nothing called,
Yeah.
which is nice whenever they visually call something, like by pointing. 'Cause it's for the stream, because we don't know what they're
Yeah, of course.
talking about.
We're in a little side room off of the main room, so we're not close to the tables at all. All we can see is what's on the screen.
Look at this.
Oh wow!
Look
Oh
at the unfortunate.
no!
Oh boy, oh boy. And like I said earlier, this guy with the ball in hand is
It's dangerous.
it's game ending sometimes.
It's dangerous. Five ball in the side, natural angle to get back to the bottom of the table for the 6. A little punch, possibly. Brady just waiting for the shooter on the side table there. Oh no, he
Other
went
side.
forward. He went forward.
Wow. That shows the confidence in your stroke that you are able, like you just, you know,
Yeah.
you don't take the easy way out, get in the shape. You take the shape that you want. you put the cue ball where you want it.
Well, Brady is such an experienced player, like we all know. He's hit that shot a million times.
Oh yeah. Too good is what he is.
That is Denzel
was
in
gonna
the
say.
red shirt just to the side of the screen here. That's the 14-year-old that I was telling you guys about earlier. He is still in the tournament and a monster. I fully believe we're going to see him on the circuit when he comes of age.
What is the age?
I think, well, he's 14 now. I think in Canada, the
Yeah.
legal age is 18, obviously. But he's playing in weekly league
There's the tempo.
at Leather Pocket and in Mojo and Airdrie because of
Yep.
the license. He can play there. But he's going to VNEA Juniors
Yeah.
in July next year. He's already planned. So that's, I want to say like Pennsylvania or something like that in the States. I feel like he's going to do really well there.
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, I played him in a tournament about a month and a half ago. We went hill, and I ended up running it out and beating him. And then I walk up to him, shake his hand, and I say, I got to beat you now because one day I won't.
It's true.
He
It's
just
true.
started laughing, and he's like, yeah. He was upset that he lost.
Yeah.
'Cause
He's competitive.
Well,
He is very competitive.
What it was we went back and forth. It was a race to 4. We went back and forth.
Yeah.
And we just went one game, and then I had the final break, and I broke and ran. He was like, he really wanted to get to the
Yeah.
table and just try to win that
He was
rack.
just itching to get back there, yeah,
And
I'm
then
sure.
sitting down watching me win, it hurt. And I've been there too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It hurts to lose,
it
right?
hurts on the hill when you're both when you're hill,
Yeah.
and then the guy breaks and runs for the win. It's just like,
Well, and he's competitive. Like he's hungry
yeah.
for it. He wants it. Like this kid practices like I've seen no other kid practice. It's crazy. And I was saying earlier, I was talking to Justin out at League at Mojo last week, and Mojo sponsors him because he lives out in that area. And Denzel, at the age of 14, when he plays his opponents, he's not just playing to play. He's actually studying you.
yeah,
So he'll say things like, why do you cut break like that at
Yeah.
14? Like that's crazy. Like as a mature person and played many years of
Yeah.
pool, like I don't notice that stuff. But his idol, I asked him last year who his idol was, and he said James Aranis. So he's really watching a lot of these players play, understanding why they do the
Look at
things
the
they
cue
do.
ball go.
He hit it too good. Short side,
Wow.
genius.
It's amazing how good he can stroke a ball when he can draw full table at that pace. Just nice, smooth draw.
Yeah.
It's not like it flew out there. Uh-oh.
Wah.
Uh-oh is right. Yeah, no, Denzel, he's something else. And if there's an open table, he's playing on it.
Yeah. He's going to be a monster.
Oh, yeah.
He is disciplined. He practices. He's hungry for it. He's willing to travel. He's got the support group for it. His parents, his dad takes him everywhere to any event he wants to play. The answer is always yes. So,
No, it's nice to see him in this one, that's for sure. He actually signed up for one of my tournaments I hosted about 6 months ago, and he never showed up.
oh really?
Yeah, he paid, his
Something must have
entries-
happened.
Yeah. I think they forgot the date.
Something must have happened because that's
Yeah.
not like him not to show.
I didn't know his last name, so I didn't know it was him at the time.
Yeah. So remember that name, Denzel De Castro. Del Castro.
D-E.
De Castro?
Yeah, De Castro.
Yeah. You will see him in a few years. I'm sure of it.
Not even a few years, I think in the next year. You'll see him pop it up, and I mean, I think he's in the money already.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's in the
Yeah.
money as a 14-year-old kid.
Yep.
Fargo fair match.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
that's a
that's
different
what's so great
Denzel.
about this tournament. Even, the lesser players or the not favored players have a chance to get in the money, right?
Yeah, he's guaranteed $200 at 14 years old. It ain't half bad. And the match he's in right now could, that could get him almost $400.
Good for him.
His Fargo rating is... What is his Fargo rating?
We'll look it up real quick. Yeah, Rich, you would have seen him. He would play the juniors at CCS at Acadia. He will, unless there's something super important going on, he will be at every event, for sure.
He's a 491. At such a young age.
Yeah. Well, just who has a Fargo rating at 14 years old? You know?
Well,
Is that does he have enough robustness too? Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I know he's over 200.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you got those two girls in the States. You got Savannah Easton and what's the other one?
Sophia Mast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're 600 something, which is insane. And one of them's 13 years old, which is doesn't even make sense to me how you can be that good that young.
Yep. Yeah, and those girls at 14, 15 years old are beating names like Allison Fisher and you know, Pia Filler. Like they're beating some big names.
Oh yeah, no, it's impressive.
But I mean,
And they're traveling full time, which I personally don't understand at that age. I
it
was in
is
school.
crazy. I have to really hand it off to Jacob Mast and Tiffany and Larry Easton. Like they support those kids like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Not many kids get that sort of support. Paying
No.
for flights, because obviously these kids can't travel by themselves.
No, the parents have to. Well, they
And
can't
so
work.
it's twice the airfare,
Yeah.
you know, hotel, food and drink, you know, travel, all that kind of stuff, Ubers and car rentals and stuff like that.
There's a fortunate miss. Very
Uh-oh.
fortunate miss. That was a good miss.
This is not a gimme, though.
No. He can see the edge of it potentially.
Well, you're welcome, Keith. Thanks for joining. We would love for you guys to share the stream. This is a great match here. I don't even want to venture to guess how many years of experience we're watching here on the stream between Phil and Brady.
How many thousands of hours of table time?
Millions of racks I've hit.
Oh yeah.
Keith says, I remember playing 2 masters at 13 years old, plus their master father from Chicago at the old Riv. Oh, I would be curious to know who those players were at the Riv. You would have found me at the splash bar. Or at the beach. Because, God forbid, you spent any time at the La Concha. So I hear you, Keith.
It's a tough
I hear ya.
miss. Where's the 4-ball going? Ooh.
I think the 4-ball's got a window there.
I do too. You can tell how fast Brady will go down on the shot if it does. He's
Yeah.
a quick player.
Yeah, their
He's quick to
their
go
tempo
down.
is pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
These guys do not waste a lot of time.
Wow.
Ooh, might have been a little tighter than we had thought. But bad news, good news. He didn't leave the open 4-ball. I don't see Phil jumping this ball so far into the table. It's a bit of a stretch. I don't even know if that's even possible. Rail first, perhaps?
I'd assume so, but it's a bit steep. Looks like he's aiming right at the 5-ball. Oh yeah.
Like nothing. Like nothing.
Until
Oh,
he's like, what do I have to do?
he deserved better than that.
Yeah.
He deserved better than that.
But yeah, no, he's like, what do I have to do to get a shot?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and a lot of the times when you have a ball like that, you're really thinking, my shape is pretty natural. I just got to make the ball.
Yeah.
Just make the ball, and then this
And it was
happens. You're
real
like,
natural.
damn, I should have focused a little more on the leave.
It was real natural.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Oh, yeah. Here's that shot he likes to play.
A little tickety boo.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like the safety coming right back
See,
at him. I don't
like
think he's
what
going
he
to
did, but
like his next shot.
Yeah, he is not going to like his next shot. If Brady does what Brady does, he is not going to be able to see a ball. Lock him right up behind that 8 ball. Overhit it.
Behind the
perfect.
7?
Yeah, just behind
That'll
the
work.
7. Oh, yeah. Yes. It's a tough one because with the 10 ball close, that 5 ball does not go into that bottom left corner. He can jump it, which I think does he kick at it and say something about the 10 ball? He's going to move the 10 ball.
I don't know. We'll have to see what he opts to do here because that 5 ball is pretty close to the 10. So unless you're super confident about your jumping.
Let's take a look at the side angle. Let's see what that looks like.
Let's do that. Let's take a look at that side angle.
So definitely the 10 ball does not go into that pocket, but does it bank? Oh, kick bank action. When you're in a situation like this, sometimes, no matter what, he hits that 5 ball. He has to hit it perfect to get safe. So it's very unlikely.
Yeah, get out of the way, Phil.
Yeah, move your head.
Phil's got a pretty big head in that angle.
Now let's see what he figures out.
Does he come off the bottom rail and kick at the 5? And just go for the safety, like just get it up to the top rail, like a kick and stick kind of scenario?
That is a good question.
Because that cue ball is so close to the rail. The jump is, high risk because it's so close to the 10. That could be a foul scenario. You could kick off the left rail and call like a Z-bank shot on the 10.
In the bottom left.
But then
kinda what I was
you're
thinking.
not guaranteed on the leave, right?
Yeah.
You could be giving Brady Golan, a straight in shot at the 5, and you're selling
Yeah.
out with 5 balls left on the table.
It's tough when you're really making contact here, so crucial, but even if you make contact.
He's jumping.
Yeah.
He's jumping. I didn't
excited.
see him call a pocket. Good hit.
That is
And a great leave.
that's a beautiful return. Brady's got a shot here though.
Yeah, I mean this is a tough shot, but I've seen Brady make these. I think that ideally, the cue ball 5 ball would have been a little bit more perpendicular, more lined up,
Yeah.
straight up and down.
But this leaves, there's a safety here that Brady will find if he needs to, but I have seen him just cut these over. You never know with Brady. It's either is he feeling the safe or is he feeling just potting it. This safe. What?
Okay, not bad, not bad.
It's not bad, but I don't know if he'll love his next shot.
Could have been better, could have been worse.
Yeah. Phil is really good at hiding the cue ball on a ball.
Keith says he was competing around 2011 or 12 on the money tables. Stan was playing on the high open table. So long ago and great memories. They were great memories. I joke about, those times and times at the Riv and the La Concha and whatever, but there definitely was some great memories I will never forget from those times. Slots of fun across the street. That's what kind of kept us alive after we lost our travel expenses on the first or second day. You know, back then you didn't know how to budget, and you just like so green. You're like, oh, I'm gonna win at the slots, and you don't. And then next thing you know, you got $50 for the next,
what a
9
shock.
days. That was a great bank.
$50 for the next 9 days. That'll get you through.
So you lived at Slots of Fun or Nickeltown for 99-cent footlongs or fruit, shrimp cocktails. That's how you kept yourself alive. They had that. That was back when the day when buffets were fairly cheap. I think it was like $15 for a buffet upstairs of the Riv.
Now.
Yeah, now it's like minimum 50. $50 for a subpar buffet.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, Slots of Fun, Nickeltown, the beach, splash bar. Good times.
5-2.
5-2. Phil would love to get a couple back here.
Oh, yeah.
Brady has given him some opportunities.
But now, Phil's got a hill to climb.
Well, I mean, he's got to do it now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just saw Brady walk by, so it looks like these guys are taking a break. So we'll run through these one more time. Nick's Q Innovation, one of Leather Pocket's biggest supporters. He supports all the events in and around the Calgary area. CCS, Hidden Spot, Leather Pocket. He is the guy to bring your Qs to for any sort of upkeep or maintenance or repairs. The guy is magical. His timelines, his turnaround time, and his rates super affordable, and nobody cares more than Nick. He's fantastic. He will ship cues back and forth to you if you are out of town. So if you are interested, make sure you hit him up on Facebook. He does have a Facebook page. Any tip that you could want or ask about, he's probably got it in stock. It would not surprise me. And next event on the calendar for Leather Pocket is the Barry Hui Memorial Tournament coming up in 3 weeks. $120 entry fee. There is a small paid wait list, but like I said, this tournament filled up in a couple of days. I want to say almost 2 months ago. So, you know, life happens, and I would expect that there are going to be some spots that open up. So if you want on that wait list, make sure you reach out to Leather Pocket on their Facebook page. Give Ben a call at Leather Pocket, or you can also message Larry Welper on Facebook. He's the tournament director for that tournament, and get on that list. That is going to be a hell of a tournament. Probably one of the best ones of the year. I look forward to that tournament and the Len Memorial. $10,000 added and a monster field. They have confirmed right now a full bracket at 96 players. And I believe just over a dozen of those players are over the 700 Fargo. So that's going to be some great matches, great streaming. It will be one for the books. So definitely mark your calendar for that one. Looking forward to it. Also, one of the CSL sponsors and part of Grant and I's lives, Jam Up Apparel. If you guys are looking for any competition wear, make sure you reach out to Jam Up Apparel. We've got some great jerseys up there. Always looking to support the pool community, but we do more than just billiards. So make sure that you reach out for any sort of competitive wear. Basketball, we have volleyball jerseys, we have bowling jerseys, t-shirts, corporate wear also for your small businesses. We can definitely help you out. Just send us a message.
Smoke break time.
It is smoke break time. It is that time for Brady. He is just taking a quick break. Oh, I see him walking back in. He's real quick. He just probably needed a couple of minutes to reset, because I feel like he knows that he's struggling a little bit. So he's taking a quick time out. washroom break.
But it's
Get
nice,
some fresh air.
It's nice to be that good when you're struggling a little bit, but you're still doing the winning.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
It is true. It is true. Carlos says, can't forget Peppermill. Damn right, it's Peppermill. And Peppermill is still there. We still go there. I think the decor is still the same. From I think they opened up. I just saw a post about the Peppermill not too long ago. I think they opened up like in '74. I want to say
And everything's
something
the
like
same?
that. Decor is totally the same. I think it's the same carpet,
The
same
carpet.
paint on the wall,
Not
same
supposed to
neon
last
lights.
That long.
The same. You get your drinks in the same fish bowls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm aging myself by this whole topic, this whole Vegas topic. By the way,
I'm just letting you do it.
it was a good time. Some good memories were made back in the day. Keith remembers the Peppermill as well. Proposed to my current wife at the Peppermill. Hey, good for you.
And there's Brady.
Those were some good times. Cannot deny. That was when, like, you would leave the casino and your fingers were black because everything was, you actually had to take the physical nickel out of the machine back then in buckets. We would walk around with, like, if you're having a good day, you're hoping you're walking around with, like, 3 or 4 buckets in your arms. Those are good times.
So, Brady to break. The action is back.
Rack number 8 for this set. Richard says he just ate there in August. Their drink menu is ridiculous. Listen,
In a good way or bad way?
I think the Peppermill in general is ridiculous. Like their portions, that's
Yeah.
why so many people go there. It's like you get 4 times the meal that you need.
Oh,
Like their
really?
portions are huge. You can get you order something and you can split it easily between 2 or 3 people. Easily.
Oh, really?
Easily.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, the fish bowls. The fish bowls are great. It's kind of a novelty to go to the Peppermill these days. It's still awesome.
And where's that at?
It was right beside where the Riviera was.
Oh,
So I guess currently I don't even. Oh yeah, Circus Circus is still there. So right across the strip from Circus Circus. On the end of the strip there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's great. Just regardless of where you stay, it's a quick little 5-10 minute Uber,
Yeah.
and it's well worth your money. You pay
Yeah.
your $25 for your meal, but it feeds like 2 or 3 people, so you save on the meal. And it's great. It's just like one of those. It's got like that 70s, very dark decor.
That is a thin cut, and it's just played to perfection. Oh, Richard was just there in August.
Yeah. Still with her, approaching 79 years young and still sparing on a top team in Victoria. Good for you, Keith. Richard wishes that he could share pictures. Well, I'm assuming, Rich, that is probably for our benefit that you cannot share pictures.
Because all of a sudden you'll be booking a trip.
Well, in those fish bowls, sometimes it gets a little dodgy after a couple of fish bowls. It gets a
That
little
is
bit
true.
shady. All right, get by that 10 ball. All right, getting to that 8 ball might be a little tricky.
It
It's
is.
pretty tight to
Yeah.
that rail there, and there's a fairly,
Gonna
I would
try to
say,
come above it or below it. That's the question.
well, that's a small 6-inch window to come below. He's gonna opt to go on top,
Yeah.
which is probably the smart choice, and he lands
And
perfect.
yeah, absolutely perfect.
Whatever. It's
Just
Brady
easy.
going.
Effortless. What you think is hard is effortless. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's thinking the same thing. What did I just do?
Does it go by the 10? Tough to see from this angle here.
Really tough to see.
Maybe. Oh, it looks like he's aiming for that corner pocket, so it must just skate by. Oh, plays a safety. And that's why we're over here, and he's over there.
This is why.
The safety didn't even cross my mind, really, and I don't know why, but
I think what it is that the perfection of that safety. We can all play a safety, but a safety like that where the
Perfect weight.
the cue ball barely hits the rail.
yeah.
It's just the absolute perfect weight on the run out. We're like, oh, we can make this 9 ball. You know,
Yeah.
we're going to be out. We want to get an ERO or whatever. And
Yeah.
Oh, Richard said to check your DM, so you never know.
Oh, gosh.
Do we need
Oh,
do we need a
gosh.
filter for this?
I'm scared. Well, those look delicious, Rich.
We sent her too many of those. All of a sudden, they're going to be making fancy drinks here.
Those drinks look delicious. A strawberry daiquiri, maybe? Is that what that is?
Well, Brady's back to the table. See what he can do here. He's got to put a stroke on this. Oh no!
Yikes.
He's struggling with a little bit of those long shots today. Just a little.
Phil
Specifically that pocket.
jumps out of his chair.
Phil does that anyways. I noticed that when I was playing him.
I don't think that Phil expected to get back at the table, though, to be
No,
fair.
But look at the
At this
lead
rack.
Phil left himself. 50-yard line, right on the line, straight up
Yeah.
and down.
Well, I mean, at least he didn't freeze himself to the back of the ball. Because
That's half the
there's
battle.
that. This is still makeable. This is the Predator spot shot right here. It's possible. Spot shot. Nails it.
Absolutely.
Great shot. Phil's not giving it in. Not giving in yet.
Especially after the only ball you really have to pot is one.
So that looks like a Scorpion, Rich. Our 64-ounce signature cocktail with 2 shots of rum, vodka, and cherry brandy. That looks delish. Strawberry daiquiri? Mai Tai? Oh, strawberry daiquiri, maybe. Yeah, those are massive. Things would get messy, for sure. All right, Phil's break. 7 ball trickles in. 2 ball trickles in. Nice opener on the 1 ball. Everything is nice and open except the 6 ball might be a little tricky to get on. It does go to the bottom right. There's a 6-8 combination. If Phil likes that. Oh, just for inquiring minds, also, FYI, there is going to be a pop-up 8-ball tournament here at Leather Pocket tomorrow. Starts at 2 o'clock, $30 entry. I believe Derek Moore is running that. So if you have the day off tomorrow, which a lot of people do,
Must be nice.
and you're able to come out for that, 8-ball tournament here at Leather Pocket starting at 2 o'clock, $30 entry. I believe that's going to be on the bar box.
Yes, it is. I wouldn't mind the day off tomorrow, but that's not happening.
Maybe, are you feeling a little cough coming on?
Yes, but I still can't take the day off. In my job, it is me and me only.
Oh, bubble bath, kiss my cucumber, and a Mai Tai. Well, they all look delicious, Rich. And I feel like that night probably got a little messy.
Yep.
And I feel like your brother would concur. Maybe you're outing too many secrets.
And in that order. No day off for you either. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like the feedback that I'm getting is like 50-50 for people.
Yeah. No, I asked
Or even 40-60.
Yeah, I asked my boss. I was like, "Am I off next Monday?" He just started laughing at me. What do you mean, are you off?
I am lucky enough to have it off, and I am not hating it.
No, and I'm jealous.
I love long weekends.
Well, I work 6 days a week, so the long weekends when they come are nice.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, just right behind that 9-ball.
Just squeaked by. Would have been easier, I guess, if he was a little straighter on this 4 than just draw back for the 5, but I like his chances here. So, Peter, you drive truck
Yeah.
full time.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you normally just stay in the city?
No, I'm all over the place. Within 200 kilometers of Calgary.
Oh, okay. So Calgary and surrounding.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's not terrible. At least you're not doing like long hauls, right?
No, not anymore. Steve, I was wondering the same thing.
Is kiss my cucumber a drink or a euphemism? I will leave that to you guys to decipher.
Yeah, Richard can figure that out. But I wouldn't be surprised if you know that too, Steve. You get the left-handed wave, I get the right-handed.
We've got a little side room off the main room here, where we have our commentating booth, and it's like
We're in the fishbowl.
we are in a fishbowl. There's like a pane of glass and this little takeout window. So people always kind of come by the plexiglass and give us a little wave.
It is nice that you can see, because if this was all closed off, it would be kind of
Yeah,
weird.
pretty
in here.
dark. Yeah. Government, schools, banks, etc. The rest of the peons have to work. That is true, Keith. I actually work for a great little, I guess they're not so little. It's an insurance company. But they're based out of High River, so they've got like kind of like small town mentality, you know, or values, I guess.
Yeah.
So we get it off, and I love it.
See, I was right. Richard said it. It was his drink. See, I knew it.
Keith says Peter should be behind glass.
No, behind bars. It's different. I can break glass.
Either or. We're super thankful to have him here anyway. Otherwise, it's just me talking to myself, and nobody enjoys that. Nobody enjoys that. I don't even enjoy
No.
it. It's nice to have somebody to talk to for sure. Combo nails it
Yeah,
with shape.
he's an artist when it comes to those combos. He played too many against me.
Blaine says they type their names in Fargo and it generates the race. Yeah, it should be on an even matchup. Yes, correct, Blaine. There's a low, medium, high race. And we've chosen to go with the medium race for this event.
I love playing in the hot race events. It's so much fun. One guy had to go to 14 and I went to 2.
Oh, gosh.
I won 3-2. He was like, this doesn't even make sense. And I'm like, well, you paid $140 to play here. almost 5 o'clock. This is going to run a little late, I think.
Yeah, well, I think. Well, and I was saying that they're planning on going late tonight, but
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going into tomorrow. Oh no, they're actually going to finish tonight. Sorry, I did confirm that with Larry. They are finishing this event tonight, but it's going to be late night. Like he's assuming after midnight.
Yeah.
So, finals will be around the midnight markish.
I think I'll be in bed by then, as much as I'd love to commentate it.
Oh yeah, you got to work
I
tomorrow.
gotta work tomorrow. I'll be here for a bit still, but
I have to take off for dinner around shortly after 5 here, but I think Grant is on his way in.
yeah, Grant will have to be the trooper, I think.
And I don't know. We might come back after dinner. The kids don't have school tomorrow, so nails it.
5-4.
Spears in that 10 ball.
Either way.
Oh, I marked the wrong one.
Yeah, there we go.
5-4, not 6-3. I'm sure Phil would not have appreciated that.
Nope, not at all. But
He does do a great job, Keith. That's why we are glad to have him as part of CSL. Been a great asset.
next time I might get a little more sleep, though. I think.
Sleep, Schmeep.
Running a tournament on Friday night until 3 a.m.
Ah,
and being here at 8 a.m. Not a
sleep
good
when you're
combo.
dead. It's fine.
That's what I've been saying for years. That's why I
It's
play
fine.
League 4 days a week and work 12 hours a day.
You brought a vehicle, right? Just go have a quick little recharge.
That is true.
You'll be fine.
Let's go with that.
You'll be fine. It is tough. The hours are long. The days are a little rough. Your butt gets sore. Your back is sore from sitting in these not comfortable chairs for hours on end.
Yes. See if Phil can figure out this break, tie this game up. I mean, right now he's in a good spot. Only needs 2 games, just 1-2 in a row.
It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look bad either. There's a push shot here.
No. One ball goes on the side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What
the
are you
five,
talking
the
about?
5 ball from the eye distance looks like a 1 ball.
Oh, I see it.
They kind of look similar. Right?
Yeah, it's the lighting. It's
Yeah.
the lighting.
They look so close. You're like, what do you mean? This is perfect. This is the rack. You know what, though? Getting on the 1 to the 2.
That might be a little
is
tricky.
the trick, but if there's anyone who can do that. Oh, we got Andy in the chat here cheering for Stan. I don't know why, but go Stan, go.
Go Stan, wherever you're at.
Wherever you are, Stan, you got this. But, you know, if you want to cheer for Phil, he'll appreciate that.
Cheer for the other brother, Andy.
Oh, that's funny. As I was just reading it as I seen it, I was like, wait a second. Stan's not here. I actually met Stan once. Funny story. I was in Vancouver at some pool hall there, some huge pool hall. It's like a warehouse-style pool hall. Q1.
Like Q1? Yep.
Q1.
Yep.
And he's there, and I never met him before, but I'm walking and I'm talking to my buddy, and we're just talking about being from Calgary to some other guys that are there.
Yep.
He just walks up to us, and he's just chatting with us. Like, just
Super friendly.
yeah, and then we're like, oh, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just playing a set for 10,000. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm on the hill. And I'm like, why are you talking to us? And he just goes, oh, well, he has 2 still he needs to win. I'm okay. And I'm like, why are you talking to us? He's like, oh, he went for a smoke. And I'm like, why are you not focused on your game? And he was just laughing about it. And then he goes over, plays his match, wins. And then he comes back over and talks to us. It was funny.
Yeah, Stan's
he ended up
great.
buying, I was there with Sean. He ended up buying Sean and I a drink. And
Oh, Sean Eck?
yeah, we all hung out for about an hour, and then he was like, hey, I'm tired, bye.
Yeah. No,
That is a neat pool hall.
Phil and Stan are great. All these guys. Brady couldn't love these guys more. They're fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, he missed the combo, but tight
little
on
lucky.
the 4.
It's an inside joke. Yeah, no, I get that. Call them by each
yeah, we're
other's
not
name.
part of your inside joke, Andy.
Yeah,
I thought, I'm like, God, what? Have you not?
Inside
Don't you know
jokes
these
are
guys
interesting.
well enough to call them by their proper names?
I was cheering for Stan too, because Phil beat me. I don't like Phil right now.
I'm always
kidding.
always cheering for Stan. I'm
Yeah.
always cheering for these guys.
Not that guy.
Not Roger.
No. Him and his bowling shirts.
He's funny. Glad you could make it, Andy.
Yeah, we'll we'll wish Stan good luck, and we'll tell Phil to go home.
Yeah, we'll let him know. Another ticky safety here, or did he call that? I think he might have called that in the corner. Can slice this so thin. Yes, he can. He threw it. Great shape.
Yeah, not a bad shot.
That was fantastic. Andy, it's me. You know who me is. And I'm joined by Peter Chason.
So apparently I got a few texts that are volume's actually a bit low.
Oh, volume's a bit
Try
low.
that.
All right.
Got
Sorry.
a message from Steve.
Steve.
Steve Leg.
Oh, Leggy.
I call him Leg.
Turn your volume up, Steve. I don't want to be... Sorry, we turned the volume up, guys, so just beware. I don't want to be blasting anybody out now.
Yeah, let us know if it's seems to be working better or worse.
Well, Phil's got a chance to get even here.
Steph and Peter Piper. It's from David Wilson.
Thanks, Dave. Peter's been called worse, I'm sure.
Oh, a lot worse. By a lot better.
Everything is good, thanks. Okay, perfect. We will leave it here for volume. This is going to get the match even, but it is an 8-6 race.
It's
So
not even.
this is, if Phil gets out here, this is going to put him on the hill.
The thing of the importance of this match specifically is the pressure that it puts on Brady, even though he handles his pressure well. But he went from a huge lead to, he is a little straight here. But the angle's okay. He doesn't want to be on the rail, but the angle's okay. He really just needs to pot the 8 and take the tough shot on the 9 and then come up and down.
Yeah, he's definitely taking the time to be sure on this shot. He knows how big this game is.
Well, it was looking like Brady was closing this match out the way he was shooting, and then it really is. Yeah, you can't get greedy here. Take what you're given. Just like that. Exactly what I said. Just take what you're given. Don't go crazy.
This shot here is no gimme-o either. I mean, it looks pretty textbook, but you're shooting from the beach or out of the pocket, which always makes it a little bit tougher. You've got to be cognizant of the possible scratch in that bottom pocket. I think Phil is experienced enough to avoid it, but for an average player, that is always a possibility. The weight is perfect.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. He's feeling it. He is feeling it.
Where's Phil from? He's cute. I will let him know, JC.
Getting fist bumps through the glass now.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like we're like animals at the zoo.
We are. And I love when everybody comes by, insults me, and says they love you.
But I encourage you to feed these animals.
Yes.
On the other side of the glass.
Oh, I will.
This 10 ball to get
This
on the
is
hill.
The 10 ball. There's the 10 ball we're
Nails
talking about.
it. Nails it.
Got a 5-5 game, but it's really a 7-5 game kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's just like with the spot.
Kind of the same but different.
It's the same but different. And that's the thing. Like with that's the crazy thing about this Fargo Fair match, and I was saying this to Ben Francis earlier, is he had to play Warren Ortiz. 9-6. Warren's an amazing player. He shouldn't spot any, like, that should be, you would think, almost straight up, but it shows the difficulty.
Yeah.
And yes, Stan is his brother.
Yes, and Stan is, as much as Phil is very well known, especially around Alberta, BC.
Yeah.
Stan is even a little bit more well known because he travels for tournaments so much.
He's a little higher caliber player as well.
Slightly.
Light, not by much, but enough.
Slightly.
Like, little.
But Phil travels so much, and
Yeah.
every time he goes to a tournament, like, it wouldn't surprise me if Phil was in deep, but typically Stan is 9 out of 10 always in deep, like
Yeah.
top 3-4 finish in every tournament that he that he enters.
So Stan's a 724, and then Phil's a 660. So that's
A little bit of a gap,
yeah.
but I think Phil is probably an underrated 664.
Yeah, I would agree with
And
you.
I would assume I would
One
say
ball.
that his game is stronger on the 9-foot than on the 7-foot.
Yeah, but he shoots some amazing 7-foot too.
Yeah, he does.
What do you do, right? What do you do? But put a ball down. Stan has more experience. They both. Maybe
Stan has definitely more tournament experience as far
Yeah.
as like big tournaments go, and Stan has more experience as far as like action matches. Definitely, I would
Yeah.
say that I would venture to say they probably have as many years.
Yeah.
Stan maybe has hit a little bit, a few more racks than Phil, but still, both elite caliber, and
Oh yeah.
a great family. Love them both. I call Stan the indigenous Richard Gere. He has those
Yeah. I know
those
you
very piercing eyes. And he's a charmer.
mean. Here's the safety. Onto the rail. Hide up behind the 4. But wrong side of it.
Tickety boo. Oh. We got the next shift. The next shift has arrived.
The night shift is here.
Okay. The next shift has arrived. So after this match, I think Grant will be on commentary. I have to take the kid and go for a quick little family dinner. I would assume we will come back afterwards around 9-ish. I don't know how long you're staying, Pete.
I don't know. I'm fading.
Are you
I'm fading.
hitting a wall? It is not a gig for the weak.
No. You call me weak? Ouch.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. Oh, the hours I have put in the last month. Oh, someone's cheering.
Stan is the man. Phil is just cute. They're both pretty
Interesting
cute.
aspect to it.
They're both pretty cute.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Phil had a career in the RSMP, and Stan basically just played pool for a living. Since Phil has pretty much retired, he has been playing a lot more. Ah, that makes sense. I did not know that. I don't think I've ever had that conversation with Phil about what he did as a career. So that's interesting. Thanks, Andy.
And more information. Stan was a fisherman. We're learning everything about them without talking to them.
Right? We're going to know the ins and outs of their life, and they're going to be like, what?
Yeah, we're going to write a book.
How did you hear that?
We're going to write a book.
Who told you that? The more you know. It's crazy. That actually makes a lot of sense. Phil, I can totally see Phil as part of our CMP. He's got that demeanor.
Yeah. Oh. Denzel is done.
He's out?
He's walking around with his cues.
Oh,
He's just going
okay.
to turn this way.
But did he win?
I'm just looking for his opponent to see if he's happy or sad. It's a very easy tell how they're walking around.
Brady's not going out without a fight.
Oh, Denzel is up again right away, so I think Denzel might have lost. Because that's the B side.
Did he not? Oh, well, that was an A-side match
That
that
was
he
an
just
A-side,
played? Oh,
yeah.
my God.
They-
14 years old, he's still on the A-side?
Yeah, they had a very, very good draw, both of those gentlemen. They kind of stayed in their Fargo rating for the whole tournament.
Nice.
Well, Denzel beat Jeff Wanless, which is a tough one, but that's a pretty big spot.
Great shot on the 4. That was tricky to get on. That 4 ball was in a tight window against the rail on the 6.
So let's take a look at the bracket.
Brady just needs to hang on here for 4 more balls.
Oh no, Denzel won. Denzel killed his opponent. 7-2.
Wow. Good for him. That's
But
the 14-year-old.
His
7-2
next
win.
opponent, you ready to hear who it is?
Who is it?
Either Jonathan Dela Cruz or Eric Vargas.
Okay, but that's going to be a steep race.
That's going to be a steep race.
So I would
But
assume
Dela
that's going to be
Cruz
like a
and Vargas,
12-3 race.
It'll be a 12-3.
Something
It'll be
like
a
that.
12-3 for Vargas, 11-4 for Dela Cruz.
Something like that, yeah.
Because there's a 50-point difference. Like, Eric Vargas is spotting Dela Cruz. Oh,
Just enough.
Just making us nervous. Making us nervous. Yeah, we got a spare cue ball. I got to get this kid to sign it before he gets too good. Otherwise, soon he won't even know our names. 6-5.
6-5. It's not over till it's over, Brady
Brady
says.
needs 2 games. Phil needs just 1.
Trying to keep Phil from getting over that hill.
And Steve Legg just messaged me and said, "Tell Steph not to yell at me."
I don't know if that's possible.
Is it?
Am I yelling in the mic?
No,
Is that what
not at
he's
all.
saying?
No, I
Oh.
think he just means that you're just going to yell at him randomly.
Oh,
for
well,
no
I mean,
reason.
that just happens.
It does?
I can't.
Well, you just
I
yell
can't
at
control
people?
that. Yeah, I
Oh,
just.
okay.
It's just. It's how I show affection. If I
Is
yell
it?
at you, yeah.
Oh, you haven't yelled at me yet.
It's coming. Don't
Oh,
worry.
it's very, very
As we
soon.
get closer.
Oh,
As we
okay.
get closer,
Just
Pete,
start
don't worry.
yelling at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't do it.
It's coming.
I'm not one
Don't
of
you
your kids.
worry.
Don't yell at me.
JC says that they have a brother named Alan that used to play too. Oh, so just in the family.
Oh, yeah. No, it seems to be a...
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Alan, he says. I would assume that is probably the safer option.
You know what? I just don't want to play any of them. That's the safe option. Do we got another opponent?
And he says, I don't think Brady feels anything on a pool table. He doesn't know what pressure is. You know, I would probably disagree with that.
I
I
disagree.
feel like he contains it better. He doesn't
Cue ball,
show it as
see you
much.
later.
Yeah, he launched it. Launched it.
So, yeah, there's no one out there in the pool world that doesn't feel the pressure. I don't care if
I
you're...
feel like if you don't feel the pressure,
Oh, watch the table, guys.
the pressure just makes you,
Human.
it shows that you love it.
Yeah, it makes you
And
human.
I would venture to say nobody loves pool more than Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, as time has gone on, maybe he loves it a little less. He's a little less competitive. But
I think he's like I've talked to him about it. I think he's a little less competitive, but he still loves the game for what it is.
and he loves the people. He loves the social aspect of it.
So I joke around. I
Definitely.
mean, he's an amazing shot, and I make jokes around with him. Well, whenever I walked in the other day, I go, "There's the guy I wish I could be half as good at pool at," and he just laughs. He's like,
Yeah.
"Man, you just got to shoot pool, and you'll be there."
Like I said earlier, I think the mental game, the composure, how
Yeah.
you compose yourself when in those stressful situations, you know, like we saw earlier when Brady was struggling a little bit, he had some words for himself. Like he was talking to himself. He couldn't believe how much he was struggling. But I mean, it shows how much they care, right? He still loves it. But the composure is what separates the good from the great, the men from the boys.
Oh, 100%.
Because, like I said,
100%.
it's everybody can cut that ball down the rail. Everybody can bank that ball. Everybody can cut a ball, make the spot shot, whatever. But the mental capacity, how you compose yourself in a match, how you don't let people get under your skin, let the little things bother you. That's what's going to separate the men from the boys. That's what makes a great player.
Yeah.
And the same thing happens with with some of the pros out there. Like Federer is the first one that comes to mind. He is so composed, and I'm sure he deals with, sharking and jerks behind the camera and on the sidelines and stuff like that all the time. But I don't see him let that affect him in a match, right? And I think that's what makes these guys so great.
Well, they don't let it get to them.
Yeah.
They know that they have a job to do, and that's put one ball down at a time.
Yeah, and that's the same with the guys that we're watching right here: Phil, Stan, Brady. I've seen Ben get a little frustrated. He's working on it, but he's gotten much better than what he used to. But that's where Ben's game has really escalated too, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes the players
Plus,
great.
in this format that we're playing right now, is the format to get you the most frustrated. When you're spotting people 7-8 games and you make a mistake, your mistake, you're paying the price 5 times over.
Yeah. Andy says he's so loved, and you so are, Andy. Alan will still take your money. I bet you he will. Nobody's going to turn around cash.
Wow, 20-year apart. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
So Phil is looking really, really, really good right here.
This is for the match. This is for the match. If Phil gets out here, if he can hold it together for 2 more balls, which I favor him to do, that's one.
That's it. Yeah.
Taking a deep breath for this 10 ball. This is going to put Brady out of the tournament.
And that is a heavy hitter.
That was a great comeback for Phil because Brady really had him. That is it.
The match.
That is it. Shake of the hands. Respect for both players. What a great match. I was so happy to sit in on this one. So that is it for this match, you guys. We are going to reset the stream, figure out who is up next. I believe it will be Grant and Peter are up for the next match. But thank you guys so much for joining in. Check back in a few minutes. We will be live again very shortly. Do not go far. We'll be back.